A couple of days ago, we talked about Rockstar's official teases for Grand Theft Auto 6, and a lot of those have appeared in Grand Theft Auto Online, including the liveries for various vehicles like the Mambas 24 on the Emperor Vector, the Vice City Metro Mule logo being seen on the Apocalypse Scarab, a brand new E-Cola logo being featured on the Hot Ring Evron. Thanks to the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks, we know that these logos were lifted straight from GTA 6 and put into Grand Theft Auto Online. There's been plenty of other hints and clues as well, including some of the ones that were found in the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There's one house in particular that can be found in a set of pictures in the Lil Probe Inn, and it very much looks like this is a house that's coming in Grand Theft Auto 6. It's a Florida suburban style house. Well, Rockstar Games enthusiast, a user on Twitter, MNM345X. I'll leave a link to them in the description. They have actually found a ton more assets that have been found in GTA 6 that were used in the GTA trilogy. So let's go ahead and take a look at them right now. Some of them are pretty simple. Some of them provide a little bit more details. And honestly, I wish I could show you the GTA 6 leaks. So I'll point out the ones that we're actually seeing in the footage. But if you do have access to the footage itself, I would recommend watching it, and you will start to pick up on this sort of stuff. So this first one right here, again, very simple. It's just little things like this. It's a sign on the front of a door that says, "Sorry, we're closed." You actually see this in several video clips of the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks, passing by stores and whatnot. And all these things are just meant to make the world feel more realistic. Just like you might be going down the street or trying to go in your favorite store and it says, "Sorry, we're closed." That asset was reused. This next picture right here, there's several assets that are reused, starting from left to right. I know it's a little bit hard to see. It's actually like a poster or kind of like an advertising flyer for Chihuahua hot dogs. This is a brand that has actually been in GTA and the Grand Theft Auto series. We've actually seen some liveries created for the Chihuahua hot dogs, but again, that sign was also reused. Same with the waffles sign right there. This is probably the most iconic one that was referenced because the longest video clip is the diner robbery scene, and it occurs at a restaurant called Hank's Waffles, which I'm pretty sure is a parody of Waffle House, considering the game is going to be taking place in Miami and Vice City in Florida and its surrounding areas. If you guys know anything about that part of the world, there's a ton of Waffle Houses there, which is kind of like a 24/7 breakfast joint where you can get pretty much anything and everything. And then on the other side, you can see there's two sort of signs that are reused. Both are pretty small, but one roughly says "We're open and we have coffee," and then one sort of advertising hot food and ice cream. So those are some of the signs that you can see, as well as the "Smile, you're on camera" one. You've probably seen this if you've gone into gas stations or convenience stores. They're just sort of a sign warning like, hey, don't do anything illegal, don't do any shoplifting or anything like that. So again, these assets aren't major, they aren't anything game breaking, but these are directly lifted from GTA 6. Now, moving on to the next couple of ones, it actually looks like these might be two wanted posters or two mugshots. Again, think of seeing something like this in a police station or stapled to a light post or a traffic light where, more information might be wanted, since they're taken in black and white. And it looks like they do have some writing at the bottom. Again, it really does look like this might be a mugshot of sorts. We saw this in GTA 6 as well. I don't think these are going to be predominant characters that we need to be on the lookout for, but it is still interesting to note that. The next one is this entire advertising for some Cuban cigars. We saw this in GTA 6 in the leaks. It's the finest Cuban cigars, pipes, tobacco, cigarettes, accessories, humidors, and collectibles. #1 in town. Now, it will be interesting to see if in GTA 6 this is something that is utilized, because in Red Dead Redemption 2, remember that if Arthur or John smoked a cigarette or tobacco, yes, it would decrease their health, but it would also increase their focus, which would increase their Deadeye ability. So something to keep in mind here, that might not just simply be an advertisement. It might actually be like a store that we can utilize. We can go inside and purchase provisions from. After that, it's another simple one. This one was featured on an in-game building called Walk and Roll, but the thing we're looking for here is the Sprunk sign. This is also seen in the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaked footage. In the Hank's Waffles diner scene, there's a Sprunk sign on the front of the door that said Sprunk is sold here. You'll often see that on like the front of convenience stores, gas stations, whatnot, that a certain item is sold here and that they accept a certain amount of currency or credit cards, something like that. So that's pretty cool. Then the next one you can see, this looks like it's going to be some graffiti that's used. You probably might see this on like under a bridge or an overpass or on the side of a train cart. I think it's impossible to sort of make out what the words actually say. The only thing I think I see on the top is code and then star Siomo. I don't know what that means. And this is all being sprayed on top of something that says no one under 21 something something something. So I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. You guys can let me know in those comments down below if you have a better idea of deciphering what this sort of stuff actually could be, but that's just some random graffiti right there. And then the last one I want to look at here is this new storefront, and you can see this would probably be for like a convenience store or a gas station that's closed. And there's a handful of in-game GTA brands that you've probably recognized here. You've got Baracho and Blarney's. Those are both beer brands. You've got Sprunk and E-Cola, as well as Lager. So lots of things that you would recognize from various vehicle liveries and whatnot. And you can see a couple of other signs there: ATM, lottery tickets, fresh brewed coffee, etc. So again, you might be wondering where this all came from and what was this doing in the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, the definitive edition. Well, it looks like how Rockstar and Grove Street Games made the GTA trilogy definitive edition. It looks like it was about 75% upscaled textures, and then about 15% of assets were used from GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto 6, as we clearly saw, and then about 10% of assets that they reworked from scratch. And again, the reason we know they're GTA 6 assets is we can see them directly lifted from Grand Theft Auto 6 in the leaks. Now, there's a couple of things you might gather here. Number one, man, this makes it really disappointed in the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition that it seems like not a ton of effort and work was put into them. Not to say that making games is easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't really feel like they did a lot of their own reworking on it. Just sort of used stuff from previous games and then upscaled the textures. Now, of course, because what we saw in the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks is what Rockstar calls early development and unfinished footage, there is a chance that all of those assets are updated or they are replaced. And even though some of that is still subject to change, lots of teasers that Rockstar have officially put in their newest titles, which would be the new version of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online, and then, of course, the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. So I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think of all the Rockstar Games teases that they've put into the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition. Did you notice any of these? If you've gone back and played the trilogy lately, or is it something that you've known about all along? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.